Saints, Jesus sees you. He sees you. There are over 40 references in the Gospels where we're told that Jesus saw someone. Over 40 times. That's interesting because he saw everybody. But what the Scriptures are trying to tell us is that He saw them. He sees them in their circumstances, in their emotions, in their life situation. For example, some of the times that Jesus saw folks, Matthew 8:14, when Jesus entered Peter's house, He saw his mother-in-law. John 19:26, Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom He loved, Mary and John. Luke 21:1, Jesus looked up and saw the rich. Matthew 9:23, Jesus saw the flute players in the crowd. Luke 13:12, Jesus saw her, a disabled woman. Matthew 9:9, He saw a man named Matthew. John chapter 9 verse 1, He saw a man blind from birth. Matthew 9:2, Jesus saw their faith, the paralytic friends. Matthew 8:18, Jesus saw the crowd. Matthew 4:18, Jesus saw two brothers, Simon Peter and Andrew. John 1:47, Jesus saw Nathanael. John chapter 5 verse 6, Jesus saw him lying there. John 11:33, Jesus saw her weeping, Mary the sister of Lazarus. Luke 19:21, Jesus, when He drew near and saw the city, Jerusalem, He wept over it. He saw the people of Jerusalem. Our passage today, Luke 7:13, when the Lord saw her. When the Lord saw her, the widow whose son had died. Jesus saw this widow and He sees you. He sees you. He sees you when you're afraid. He sees you when your marriage is not doing so well. He sees you when you're struggling to pay your bills. He sees you when you're praying and praying and praying and nothing seems to be happening. He sees you when you're aching. He sees you when you're hoping. He sees you when you're just believing, trusting, hoping that it's just somehow going to be okay. He sees you when your faith is struggling. He sees you when you're grieving. He sees you when your health is failing. He sees you when other folks don't seem to notice. But He not only sees what you're going through, He cares. He has compassion. He cares more than you could ever imagine. He notices you, He cares, and He has great compassion.